Welcome, everybody, to another great CEO podcast. I'm here today with Craig Taylor from Iapetus. Welcome, Craig. Thanks for taking the time.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. So maybe we just start with like a little intro. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what your company does.
Sure. My name is Craig Taylor. I'm the CEO and founder of Iapetus Holdings. We are a suite of 8 energy services companies. We are addressing some of the most urgent needs in energy efficiency, reliability, sustainability, safety. I'm also a former lawyer and a former trader, as well as a active duty naval veteran.
Got it. Awesome. Eight companies. That's a lot of complexity, it feels like.
Great point. There are very, very sound synergies there, but it does add some complexity, certainly does.
Interesting. So, and given 8, this may not be a perfectly linear question, but, normally we think about what's our competitive advantage? Why do people do business with us?
Sure.
So what is the answer for you guys? And like I said, it may be a little complex with 8, but why do people do business with your firm?
Look, I think the reason, I guess ultimately we have to ask them, but I think the reason that we've been successful with our clients and in client acquisition is our people. We really approach things from a diverse lens. We have a very flat structure. And so it allows us to act in a very nimble way. We're able to respond to our clients' needs very quickly, very effectively. And really at the end of the day, again, it is about the quality of our people. We have really focused on having, a standard of excellence. And that always goes, farther than you can see with clients.
Nice. And then are these subscription revenues? I mean, what percentage of the revenue recurs every year? And it may vary by business a little bit, but
it varies by business, but for the most part, about 75%.
Nice.
These are, utilities. They are commercial and industrial end users of energy. These are major oil and gas companies and major banks and other financial institutions. So they're not trading out customers that frequently. You need to have some cohesive relationship with these kinds of clients.
Nice. I always tell people, the higher the percentage of recurring revenue, the better you sleep at night. So 75, you probably sleep pretty good, right?
I certainly feel that way. Although I would also tell you that, look, we really do care about our clients' needs, and we have a number of clients, and so we're up a lot.
There you go.
We're focused all the time.
So normally in a business, there's usually one sort of thing that if I could change in the business and make it a materially better business, that would be the magic, right? That'd be if I had a magic wand, I'd tap there. And so in your business, what's the one point of constraint? What's the one thing that sort of slows you on your path to growth, or slows you on your path to serving clients? What is that for you?
Yeah, great question. So the answer, and look, it's not a linear answer for every aspect of our business in the timeline of our business, but for where we are right now in our growth pattern, for where we are, it's absolutely access to capital. When we were smaller, we could deal with commercial banks and commercial lending. There wasn't that much risk, but when you've got several millions of dollars in just meeting payroll, commercial banks aren't as easy to work with. And money has, as from this year, money has gotten significantly more expensive.
It tightened up real significantly this year.
It certainly has. We're taking our medicine. I hope we continue to take it.
Interesting. Okay. And maybe the argument there is if the way customers paid me, like, man, if they advanced me the money, then I wouldn't need the bank so much, right? So that might be the thing to change.
They wouldn't even need to advance. And this is not me knocking any clients, but look, the reality is that there is a financial incentive for large institutions who are having they're making payments of billions of dollars a quarter.
Sure.
So if they can just delay for an extra 30 days, if you know, they're not, it's not, you know, it's a cumulative effect. I understand, but yes, you are absolutely right. If everyone paid on time,
It'd be good.
everything would be fine.
I usually
The
joke,
world
I
would
said,
move
you know, I
smoothly.
didn't really mean to open a bank, but it turns out I did, right?
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly. Did not plan on being a creditor, but hey,
so how many hours a week do you work nowadays?
you know, I don't really count those things. You know, the size of our company, it's interesting. I still, you know, I still absolutely consider myself an entrepreneur. But I'm working all the time.
Yeah.
You know, look, yeah, from, you know, I get up, you know, I usually wake up 6:30, sometimes 5, it depends, but between 5 and 6:30, I wake up. It's immediate to the phone, immediate to the emails. I do try to have some, like, you know, you're supposed to, for health reasons, you're supposed to give yourself 30 minutes of, but you know, the reality is, we're in a service industry and our clients are, you know, our number one. And so, as are obviously our people. And so that is how my day goes. And whether I'm on vacation, which frankly, I haven't been on a 2-week vacation in
Yeah.
probably 15 years. I don't think I'd even have fun on 2 weeks, but you know, you take the weekend, you take a few days, but I'm answering calls, I'm making calls, I'm responding to emails. So I would tell you, I am probably working from the moment I wake up
Yeah.
until literally the moment that I don't sleep with my phone in my bedroom. So that is the one caveat. I have stopped doing that. I've read the
Good.
data. It is making us all more dumb. I
Yeah.
refuse. I don't have that much IQ anyway.
Yeah, I
I
can't
can't
spare
afford
any
to lose
points.
it by sleeping next to my phone.
That's funny.
So that's yeah. I mean, if
Got
I
it.
go to bed at 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm working from 6 a.m. until
Wow. Okay. Um, well, that relates to the next question, which is, you know, as the company scale, if we keep having stuff run through us as leaders, we become the point of constraint in the business because, like, there's only so many hours, right? I mean, there's
absolutely,
168 hours a week. You're going to sleep so many, and at that
absolutely.
point, you go, there's no more Craig to go around.
That's right.
So, delegation of major responsibilities is super important as you
Absolutely.
grow. So can you identify one major responsibility you've delegated in the last like 6 months?
You know, look, it's a great question. You make a very good point. For, however, for me and for us, it's not really fitting. And the reason is that for, you know, look, as a rule of thumb, as I said previously, our people are really that decisive thing that gets us clients. We hire the absolute best people at what they do. We
Mhm.
have a very flat organization. Everyone has their roles. So frankly, there's really not that much to delegate because the way I view it is frankly, every single person that is doing a function in our organization is the absolute best person to be carrying out that function. So right now, I have the role of CEO, and there are things that I have to do for that. There's not really anything for me to delegate. I certainly make sure that that things are still running appropriately, but we run very lean. You know, we don't have a lot of that gray matter, and we are working all the time, and that is what we're looking for. We don't have a lot of balance. I don't believe in a lot of balance. I don't know any very successful people. The people that I think of that are successful are the least balanced people. And that goes from sports to business to art to everything else in the world. If you want to be exceptional, you are not balanced.
Yep. That's super on point. You know, I get this whole, like, I want this balanced life thing. I'm like,
Yeah,
then you're limiting your success. That's okay.
it's totally
You're going
okay.
to go this far and that's it.
You are setting yourself up to be average because that is what balance is. Balance is actually average, right? That's when it starts teetering this way, you're no longer in balance and you're also no longer average. You're either below average or you're above average, one way or the other.
Love it. So we may have already touched this, but what are one or two things that are central to your leadership style?
So
This might
that
be one
is-
of them.
No, look, it's actually not. And
Oh.
also a great question. I would say there are two. One of which I learned in the US military, and I needed it badly.
Mm.
I will tell you. And that's accountability.
Mm.
The lesson that I learned and that I have taken on and has become my approach was, hey, was I there? What happened? Did I see something? And what did I do?
Yeah.
There's pointing fingers and saying it's that. No, it's about looking at what was my responsibility in this. And in my seat, right? Ultimately, the organization is my responsibility.
Yep. Yep.
Right. So that, that is certainly a big one. And I would say the other one is build a strong team.
Yeah.
You cannot achieve anything without a team. In business, I would also say in life.
Yeah.
There are so few people that are really doing anything successfully by themselves. And anyone that says they probably could use some psychological lessons on narcissism, because you're not doing everything by yourself,
Right.
and you have to have a strong team. And the stronger your team, the better you're going to be. And that is certainly
Love it.
something that is central to my approach, having an absolutely fantastic team.
Cool. Last question. What do you do for fun? After that, I work 100 hours a day.
No, so it's funny, people have asked me, what are my hobbies? And I see people who have hobbies, and I've never had hobbies. I love working. I love this. Now, it's to be fair, I think as an entrepreneur, it's not the same. Every day is different. It's exciting. It's fun. It's scary a lot. It's volatile a lot. Work absolutely is fun for me. I do love to travel when I have the time and opportunity to do so. I love socializing with friends. I snowboard. I also train and do triathlons.
Nice.
And that has become a big thing for me. So
awesome.
Well,
Craig, this was awesome. Just super insightful, really, intense, and I know you're going to be super successful going forward. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All righty.